University Pirates. Respect the H with Eugene Marshall.
Hey Pirate fans, it's game day. Our Pirates are taking on Shore University tonight at 6 p.m. Armstrong Stadium. Welcome back to the Respect the H. I'm Eugene Marshall, your host. We have a great show today, starting out with our new women's soccer coach, Mr. Kevin Dorsey, then talking to two great student athletes preparing for tonight's contest against Shore University, Mr. Desmond Sturdivant and Mr. Ronald Bell. We'll finish up our show with Mr. Don Rose, who was a star here at Hampton University, went on to the NFL, came back as an assistant coach, head coach, assistant AD, and now director of operations for Hampton University Athletics. He will be talking about our Under Armour agreement. There's a lot more to go. It's game day. Everybody get ready. We'll be back with a lot more to talk about.
Hampton University is one of the most beautiful university settings you'll find anywhere. From our world-class research centers to our dedication to the arts and our athletic programs where we build champions, we've launched satellites that will better predict the weather. The Hampton University Proton Therapy Institute Cancer Treatment Center is easing human misery and saving lives. Hampton University faculty, staff, and students are making a difference in the global community through service and science.
Welcome back to Respect the H. I have with me today Coach Kevin Dorsey, who's our women's soccer coach and has done a great job so far in putting our program back together. Welcome, Coach.
Thanks, Mr. Marshall. Yep, excited to be here.
You know, we had a good interview process, but what attracted you to our home by the sea?
Yeah, the tools that have been put into place by the athletic department with the Big South Conference affiliation, the commitment to, giving support in all areas to move things forward. I feel it's a great time to come in, and I think we'll be able to turn this thing pretty quickly.
And you have extensive experience, and not only on the women's side of the ball, but also on the men's side. And, just let our viewers in on some of your experience.
Sure. Yeah, I've been fortunate to have coached, from the youth level on up to the minor league and professional levels, men's and females. Certainly a different approach, talking about men's and women's soccer. The one thing on the women's side that's, makes things easier at times is they really want to please the coach and the program and do everything it takes to put their best foot forward. So, getting the players bought in to the system that we're trying to put into place has happened pretty quickly. And I've been really thrilled about the players' approach, and the energy and effort they've put into things.
You came in as we started camp, and what's your take on the talent that we have and also the physical condition? Because the young ladies work pretty hard in the off season.
Yeah, sure. Well, that's key, as you know. The expectations in future preseasons will be a little different. Having now been involved with the program, we'll expect them and treat them like professionals, but expect them to come in, at a fitness level that helps us to teach more of the game during preseason. But I feel like they've come in at a pretty good level. Certainly need, a constant push to get to the highest of high levels. But I think we came in at a pretty good place. We played pretty quickly. 16 days of training, with a new group of 13 freshmen has been a challenge, but a good challenge, and one that I think we've embraced as a whole. A lot of the freshmen need to grow up quickly. We started 5 freshmen in game 1, and I thought we looked like freshmen early, right. But we found our way 20 minutes in and started to look like we have played the game and will compete, as we play more.
One of the things I liked that I saw was the grit in the second half, and when they were a little bit tired, they dug down deep to kind of come back. And that shows me a lot when you're a freshman, and you kind of lost, you're new, but they really found their legs and they really kind of mentally gutted it out in that game.
Yeah, for sure. I was real happy and talked to the staff about that there's going to be no down games or no easy games, full Division I schedule, which is what we need and what we want. But we talked in preseason about being grinders. Everybody's going to be decent on the ball and be able to play at this level. We got to be willing to do what it takes, to get through tough patches of games. Putting in tackles, challenging headers, making the run when it's, at a point we're pretty fatigued. And I thought, I agree with you 100%. I thought we dug in hard, and fought through that, and that showed me a lot, and I think has really prepared us to tweak things, between first game and second game, but to be ready to really get a good result here on Wednesday.
And then when you look at going to the Big South, 2 years, it's the third year of the program, and your third going into your fourth year, you're in a conference, in a high-level women's soccer conference. What's your thoughts on that?
Man, it's fabulous. I mean, having the Big South affiliation, for competitive reasons, for marketing reasons to new players that we will start to get in here, I think it's off the charts. I mean, it's great. Very familiar with all the Big South schools, from working in the club atmosphere and dealing with a lot of, coaches with senior players. We tried to move on to programs. So, I've had a real good relationship and knowledge of a lot of these programs. And now we're ready to go in there and compete and start to get some results.
What has been the response from some of your colleagues and also some of the high school young ladies that we're trying to recruit about us going to the Big South?
It's been great. It's been great. I mean, a lot of people didn't know in the soccer side. They just have been a little detached to what's maybe going on here soccer-wise. And to be honest, before I came in and talked with you initially, I didn't have a full understanding of where the program was going. But, once they understand we're in the Big South, it's just a game changer, playing as an independent, certainly was, the first step we had to make, playing MEAC, but also playing schools outside of that. But now having that affiliation, having an automatic bid potential, which we plan on pressing ourselves to being a part of, really is big time.
And then with a very competitive non-conference schedule, how do you think that's going to help you in the Big South schedule?
It's going to be a big help. I mean, we, like I said in game one, grinded out a result that didn't go the way we wanted ultimately, but we showed a lot of signs, So, playing VMI, they were very fit, very fast-paced, very direct, didn't give us a lot of time on the ball, but, that experience, really, really good. Playing on Wednesday up at American, they've had their best start yet. They're 4-0 going into Wednesday, so that'll be a challenge. But we've been able to watch, videos and pick up things on the teams, and so these early games are just going to lend themselves to preparation, experience, things to draw on from the players. And I think come the 16th, the Big South opener, we'll be ready to go.
As you move through the non-conference and go to the Big South season, and even not to look to the end of the season, but what are your goals as we move this program forward?
Yeah, number one was just to be super competitive. Every match, we're just going to be competitive. We're going to get in. There's going to be no downtime. We're just going to do what it takes to be in the matches. I think we've already started to accomplish that goal, which is good. So now we're looking at snipping off some victories. And I think with the first 4 out of conference and then the in-conference games, there's definitely games on the schedule we plan on getting results. So looking ahead to Wednesday, looking ahead to the Big South opener eventually. I think we're positioned pretty good to have a solid record, and going after recruits in the future, that's certainly going to bode well for us.
And I think that by your recruiting outside of Hampton Roads, not neglecting the 757, but using that as your base and then widening, going out, how's that going to help your program?
Yeah, great. I mean, we've got a pretty broad net now, with some players that even came in from California, West Coast. So I think that will continue. I mean, the school sells itself, from an academic standpoint. So that's excellent, But now as a soccer program that's on the up, that has an affiliation such as what we've talked about with Big South, I think the net is going to continue to be wide, but the local players that are capable are going to look at us as a great option. Whereas maybe in the past, again, without the affiliation and without maybe as competitive of a mindset, maybe it wasn't, on their radar quite as much. But we plan on it being on everybody's radar.
And also a couple of TV games this fall is going to help widen the net for recruiting. So I think we've really taken a step forward under your leadership. I know we're going to get further down the road. What are some of the challenges that you see that the young ladies may face during the year?
Yeah, one of the biggest things is holding each other accountable. Female players in general that I've dealt with in the past, usually do a good job of managing themselves, but don't feel as comfortable to address others when it's just not good enough, And there's times it's not good enough, and we need to feel comfortable in a positive light to say, hey, this has got to be better, And as you know, coming from the players, means a whole lot more than it does coming from the coaches all the time. once the game starts, we're on the side and managing things and handling, substitutions and, readdressing some things at halftime. But when the game's on, they got to be able to make decisions and self-correct, and get things in the right way. So,
well, Coach, I can't thank you enough for spending some time with us. Best of luck in the season. We'll have you back, as the season progresses. We'll be back. We have a lot of stuff to talk about. We have 2 great student athletes preparing for tonight's game. So come back and see us on Respect the H.
New coaches, new conference, same school spirit. Hampton University. Tickets on sale now.
With the brain tumor being so close to my optic nerves, regular radiation would definitely have damaged those optic nerves. There was that possibility of blindness. Proton therapy gave me the ability to do the things that I need for my family.
This is what cancer treatment looks like at the Hampton University Proton Therapy Institute. Minimal damage to healthy tissue, minimal side effects. Live your life. Let us fight your cancer. Ask your oncologist about proton therapy.
New coaches, new conference, same school spirit. Hampton University. Tickets on sale now.
Welcome back to Respect the H. I'm Eugene Marshall here today. We have with us Mr. Ronald Bell, a rising junior who has done great things for the Pirates in football this past 3 years he's been here, but I'm looking for more from him this year as we kick it off against Shore University tonight at 6 p.m. Ronald, good to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Just tell our viewers out there a little bit about Ronald Bell. Ronald Bell is a student, and Ronald Bell is a student athlete.
Well, my name is Ronald Bell, of course. I'm from Fort Washington, Maryland. I'm a strategic communications major, marketing minor. Going into my senior year in the classroom, I'm really excited. I'm definitely excited for this season and this game tonight. Can't wait for it. We've been well prepared, and it's here now. I'm just ready to get after it.
Let's go back. You finished up last season. Coach Maynard left. Coach Prenti came in, and he re-recruited you guys, and you started working out in January. How did you feel about the workouts?
I feel like it was definitely a step up, like more intense. And there's a lot of love, and it's a great foundation. I'm excited going forward into the season, like what we're becoming.
And then we went to summer school and summer workouts. How'd you feel about that?
Actually, I feel like the summer was a great success because we had the most players since I've been here come this summer. So I feel like we were well prepared for the season, and like I said, I'm excited.
And then we rolled into preseason camp. And then, you got new offensive coordinators, all new coaches. What's your take on how they're preparing you for the upcoming game tonight?
They've been working hard. You can tell they really put a lot of time into this. And it's just our duty to pay them back.
And what's your take on how you improved?
I feel like I took a great step forward. I feel like every season you should aim for most improved, so looking to turn it up a notch this season.
And I've got a chance to watch you in workouts and practice, and you seem to have a pep in your step that you didn't have last year. You seem to be really getting through, and just the determination that I see, it kind of permeates with the team. Let's fast forward to tonight. What do you think that your role is going to be in tonight's game?
Just keeping the team in order and making sure that we see the goal and everything's intact, that we don't forget the bigger picture. So,
how do you like that leadership role? How do you like being one of the leaders?
I love it. I always looked at myself as a leader. I always tried to play that role in any environment I was in. So,
the one thing I can say that you're a good leader, you got the same shoes on as the athletic director, so that always helps.
Yeah, that's a good look.
But as we prepare for tonight's game, how keyed up are your teammates, especially on the offensive side of the ball?
I feel like we really been attacked meetings and stuff. We got a great connection. So I feel like everybody locked in and where they need to be.
And when you look at, the fan support and the people around campus, how have they received you now that everybody's starting to come back to school?
Well, I've gotten a lot of questions, and everybody's excited to see the new team moving into the Big South, the new coaching staff. Everyone's excited, so I'm definitely excited to get out there and just show everyone what we're about.
And as we look at this, we don't want to look past the game, but as you look at this season, what's the excitement like on the offensive side?
We got a lot of transfers and newcomers. We basically have a brand new offense, so we're excited to see how everybody, the X's and O's are moving, so we're very excited to get out there.
Does everybody seem to have this mission that they want to show that they are Big South ready?
Definitely. I feel like everyone has something to prove this season, so we're going to get after it.
Well, Ron, it was good to see you. Good luck tonight. We have now gone to the defensive side of the ball from the offensive side of the ball with Desmond Sturdivant. How you doing?
How you doing, Mr. Marshall? Dog.
You are the rock star of the team. You're the most vocal. You let everybody know on both sides of the ball what we need to do. Yes, am I right?
Yes, sir.
Are we pumped up for tonight?
Of course. We've been waiting for this moment for a long time.
And let's go back. Let's go back to January when Coach Maynard left and Coach Prenny came in. What were your thoughts? Because you got a defensive-minded coach, and you're a defensive-minded guy.
It was a great addition. First, after the press conference, he came in. We had a team meeting, and his first thing was just about love and just how we're gonna love each other this year. And it just meant a lot to us because it showed that he was bought into us and he had just met us. So it kind of made us want to be bought into him. And when you get that kind of support, you want to do anything for him.
Then we went through spring ball and the workouts. How did you feel about the spring workouts?
The spring workouts was pretty intense. Even though I was coming off surgery and everything, it was still intense even for me coming off surgery. And just seeing my teammates kind of, working out as hard as they can, being pushed to their limits, it showed that we have another level and that we can achieve anything when we get pushed to that level.
And just before you started summer school, you had the opportunity to go to the Big South Student Leadership Conference. What was your thoughts about that?
That was actually fun. The Big South welcomed us with open arms, and it was a great experience just meeting other Big South athletes and just seeing how the Big South run things. And I'm very excited to join the Big South, and it was a great opportunity to do. And I can't wait to go to it next year too.
And of course, as a Hamptonian, you took over. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
You took over the leadership portion of the leadership conference.
Yes, sir. I had to just let them know how we do it at Hampton and see how much fun we can have.
As we went to summer workouts, how beneficial was that, not only in the classroom, but also for you guys on the defensive end and also just getting to know your teammates and getting in shape?
It helped us a lot because not only just working out, but it just helped us build a chemistry that we didn't have in the past few years and just made us closer as a team, not just on the defense side of the ball, on the offense side of the ball. And also just getting ahead in the classroom is also big because now you have guys that can graduate earlier and than normal. So it was a big thing just having all of us here. It was the most guys that we had here in the summer in a long time. So it was a very great opportunity to be here during the summer.
And then you go to preseason camp. I mean, everybody's keyed up, and it culminates in tonight's game. But just talk about the camp, how you felt it was, the organization, the structure.
Camp was a grind. It was a grind. We met a lot. And the first week, a lot of people would think, we just kind of went out there and just start playing football. No, the first week we kind of met and just got to know each other as a team and just built the chemistry and learned the playbooks and learned everybody's weaknesses and strengths. So camp was a grind, and we went through some things as a team, and it made us stronger and made us better. So camp really kind of leading up to the season and to tonight, it kind of helped us a lot.
And then when you look at the defensive side, we had some good moments last year and we had some challenges. How do you think that your teammates on the defensive side have shored up some of the weak areas? Just
realizing our weak areas at first. The first step is to realize what we're weak at. And after that, just kind of shoring it up, making sure that we're turning that weaknesses into your strength. And once we did that, I feel like that's going to help us tonight to win the game. So honestly, and win further games too, just knowing your weaknesses and turning into a strength.
One of the things that I think that was the highlight of the spring, just to kind of backtrack a little bit, was the pro day. What was your thought about the pro day, having been here a while and having a pro day on campus?
It was very eye-opening just seeing the change that's happening at Hampton. And it was actually something that encouraged a lot of guys in the program, because now we don't have to go to other schools in the area like ODU or even the other schools in Virginia. We have our own pro day here at Hampton. It's something that we can call ours. So that's one thing that I liked a lot, just seeing that we have something that we can call ours and not going to other schools.
And you think it will help you guys to like dig down just a little bit deeper, because you know that if you do a good job, there's a chance that you could play somewhere else after you graduate.
Yes, sir. That's the main goal, just to get to the next level and then also get an education while you're here.
Well, Desmond, thank you again for being here with us. Good luck tonight. I know you and Ronald Bell are going to do great things out there on that field. We're going to be back. We have a lot more to talk about. We have Mr. Donovan Rose coming in to talk about our Under Armour agreement here on Respect the H.
At the beginning of 2016, I was diagnosed with a pretty large brain tumor and a very rare form of brain cancer. We came to the conclusion that proton therapy was the best solution for me, because as a young woman, we wanted to preserve as much of my brain as we could without treating areas that weren't affected by the cancer cells. Proton therapy spared my quality of life. It put a smile back on my face that I hadn't seen in months.
Live your life. Let the Hampton University Proton Therapy Institute fight your cancer.
Welcome back to Respect the H. It's game day. And to talk about some of the great things that are going on game day this year is our Under Armour apparel agreement. And we have with us Mr. Donovan Rose, who has done all things and everything at Hampton University, from being a student athlete to assistant coach. He was an NFL player, to the head coach, assistant director of athletics, and now taking on the awesome responsibility as director of operations. And he is the point person for our Under Armour historical agreement, which not too many HBCUs have. We have a very extensive head-to-toe agreement, which is in the likelihood of and in the company of United States Naval Academy, University of Tennessee, Texas Tech, University of Notre Dame, as well as the University of Wisconsin. With that, I'll turn it over to Don Rose.
How you doing? Good to be here. Like I said, now you said a lot of good things, and I don't know where to start, but I do know that I'm excited to be a part of this new Under Armour agreement and being a point person for our athletes and our coaches and our staff.
Well, we had the Russell agreement, which did not go from head to toe, which went from head to ankle, and the staff didn't get gear. And we couldn't give it out to the community because nobody wanted the Russell apparel. Then we had a Nike agreement with the shoes. Yes. So we only could have Nike shoes. Yes. And then we were able to move to the Big South and come up with the head-to-toe Under Armour agreement, which will allow us to give out gear to student athletes, coaches, administrative staff, other administrators, and also be able to put this stuff online and in our bookstores where our fans and our viewers can go to our bookstore and also go to our online. If you look at our athletic website, you can go out and purchase. So you don't have to come to campus. You can do it online. But Mr. Rose, you can talk to our viewers a little bit more in depth about it.
Well, I guess, it's like I said, it's good to be a part of such a great organization. And I think, as you said earlier, and being here for 20-some odd years, and just, as you said, Nike, you only got the shoes, and Russell got certain things. Now you have a head-to-toe outfit, and you've got, starting with the shoes, from cleats to running shoes, to, those type of things, as well as the jerseys and the jackets. I mean, everything that Under Armour makes, and so it's to be a part of that is great. And I think what's good also with your student athletes, it's not just the students, it would be the coaches, the staff, personnel, and you want folks to be a part. You want when Hampton opens up, we want them to know that Under Armour is the one behind that. So we feel great about that opportunity.
And the other thing is it brings a new aura around campus. Everybody is dressed in Under Armour. The band is an Under Armour band. The dance team is Under Armour. The cheerleaders are Under Armour. And, you know, that kind of shows that we are an Under Armour school. Yeah. And I think that the support that we're getting from the Baltimore office and the leadership that you're giving down here has been very critical in our transition from the MEAC to the Big South and from Under Armour halftime to Under Armour full-time.
Mm-hmm. And one thing I like about it is that the Under Armour officials, they're accessible. I mean, you know, if you have any issues, any problems, they want to come down and make sure that we can, you know, do what we have to do to get things on the right page. And so, like I said, this multi-year agreement, like I say, it goes from the apparel to the footwear, and you know, and so you look at it from what do you call it, the gear and your baggage and all those type of things. You look at it, it's nothing that Under Armour doesn't want to be a part of. And so I think even now with their marketing innovativeness, I think that's going to be great, and we're looking forward to this agreement.
And also BSN, who is our vendor, is very, very accessible to us and cooperative in ensuring that we get all of the Under Armour apparel that we need. But again, our viewers, go to the bookstore on campus. Also, look at Advance Online, Hampton University, and our athletic website, and purchase Under Armour gear so they can come to tonight's game, so you can wear it tonight. We'll be back. There's a whole lot more I want to discuss as we roll into tonight's football game.
Hampton University is one of the most beautiful university settings you'll find anywhere. From our world-class research centers to our dedication to the arts and our athletic programs where we build champions, we've launched satellites that will better predict the weather. The Hampton University Proton Therapy Institute Cancer Treatment Center is easing human misery and saving lives. Hampton University faculty, staff, and students are making a difference in the global community through service and science.
Welcome back to Respect the H. It is game day, and we want everybody to come out. We're starting with Alumni Day. We have a tailgate that's going to start at 2 o'clock, end at 5:30. We want you to come and experience our fan zone during the game. Also, there's a kids zone. We want you to come out and visit that. We want you to see our band, The Force, 150 strong. Also, our Ebony Fire dancers and our cheerleaders. But more importantly, I need you to come out and cheer our Pirates on to victory against Shore University. Thank you for watching this show. We have a lot more to talk about over the next couple of weeks. We will be back. Go Pirates.